The following home security footage is from a woman named Nikita Reagan. On January 5th, 2025, her home security camera picks up something abnormal, something weird in her front camera. What appears to be like a fire, ghost, portal opening, something coming out. But the weird thing about all of this is there was nothing there when she went to go check. It's just caught on the footage. But the question remains, what is this? What are we looking at? Take a look at this and tell me what you see.
Jess Kuma is the owner of 2 dogs, who she treats as though they were her children. She cares for them so much that she would never hurt them. However, one night, while Jess is away from home, something happens to one of her dogs who were left alone. After watching the security footage from her home, she was left terrified. Jess writes, "Came home from a movie to find this on the camera. Something pushed my dog. This is what was caught." It appears that someone had pushed her dog from what seems to be a closet. Now, it could be that someone was hiding inside and had pushed the dog away, therefore making this video a hoax. But Jess disagrees, as she shows us that it would be impossible for anyone to have been there.
First of all, there's no closet. There's the camera looking down at them. This is where they hang out while we're gone. This is their leashes. This is a cabinet door that fell off of our cabinet that we've been waiting to get rehung by maintenance.
So, if it wasn't a closet where someone could have hid inside, then who or what could have pushed her dog? Perhaps it pushed itself after being scared by the leash on the wall. However, a closer look at this scene shows that the way in which the dog is pushed appears to be too forceful to have done it on its own. Was a ghost responsible for this? Or was it something else?
She woke up to the sound of crying and saw a nightmare. A woman named Brittany was deep asleep in her room one night, but out of nowhere she's woken up to what sounds like a little girl crying in the darkness.
There's something over there crying. Do you guys see that? Do you guys hear that crying? Look, it's fucking moving. What the fuck is that? What the fuck?
A small figure in a dress can be seen walking towards her in the dark hallway while crying as if something tragic happened. Paralyzed at first, she eventually mustered the courage to get up and move to the living room for the rest of the night. Could it be the spirit of a former resident who passed away in this house? Let me know.
Two kids are playing in the living room before falling asleep. After they fall asleep, something pulls one off the sofa.
You're fucked. What? 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 What are you doing? Did you not hear that? No. Are you sure? Did you hear that? Cindy.
The following footage comes from a man named Derek out of Kentucky. He captured this today, January 14th, 2025, and I knew as soon as this was sent to me that I needed to share it right away. This is almost similar to when I shared the Wyoming fault line, and that was eventually silenced. Well, we have another mystery on our hands. He captured what appears to be tunneling underground, but there's one big question, and that is who is doing this and why. This most likely is going to be flagged and pushed down on the algorithm. But like I said, this needs to be shared. Not only are weird things happening in our skies, but now we're starting to see them here around us. Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
I have no idea what's going on, but listen to this. There's something under the ground, and it sounds like it's about to bust out. It's over here in the field. I've never heard nothing like it.
This is why you should stay away from haunted places. A paranormal explorer by the name Dennis went to explore an old abandoned temple that's believed to be haunted by a dark entity who appears in the form of a cloaked woman. It's said that the locals would sometimes hear animal-like roars coming from the temple. Now, while exploring, Dennis begins to feel watched. Unable to capture any evidence, he decides to wait until midnight. Then this happens.
Когда вот туда захожу, тогда все начинается. Опять.
A woman can be heard singing, and as he tries to find the source, he sees this.
A man named Carlos lives alone right next to a cemetery, which is literally outside his backyard. He didn't think much of it at first, but one night he starts experiencing creepy stuff while alone at home. This is what he captured.
Mi gente, miren, me encuentro en mi casa, miren que no hay absolutamente nada, y me encuentro como medio raro, no sé qué es lo que está pasando, pero en verdad, no sé qué es lo que está pasando, mi gente, en mi casa hoy. Miren, señores, miren, me siento como como que no sé, como que hay algo raro en mi habitación hoy. Por favor, necesito que me ayuden. Hoy sí. Hoy siento esto. Miren, estoy solo en mi casa. Miren, estoy solo en mi casa, papá Dios. Y siento como que se mueve toda la cosa. Oh, Dios mío, se apagó la luz. Necesito a alguien que me ayude. Oh, Dios mío. Señores, ¿quién está viendo esto? Por favor, compártanlo. Miren, estoy solo en mi habitación, pero siento como no sé, como que se caen las cosas. Oh, papá Dios. Señores, miren. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder, señores. Recuerden que me encuentro aquí en mi casa, mi gente, en el cementerio, Cristo Redentor.
Objects can be seen falling all over the place, and as he pans around, there's nobody in the room. But as soon as he goes outside the door, you can see the cemetery right outside his house. Perhaps that is the reason for all of this. Let me know what you think.
Jambu mente.
The United States is not the only country with odd sightings in the sky. Take a look at the footage that was captured by a woman in China by the name of Rachel. She walked outside, and in front of her home was this unidentified object in the sky. Completely freaked her out and had her questioning whether this was an alien spaceship. Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
是我家的街道，看下去。这是什么？外星宇宙飞船。
He moved into his new home, and after only a few nights, he hears this. A Japanese man named Yama-Q was looking to rent a house when he came across this super cheap deal, but it had a catch. The original owner passed away in the bathroom where his body was discovered multiple days later. Since he didn't believe in the paranormal and it being so cheap, he signed a 2-year contract. Initially, he began to hear strange banging noises coming from the bathroom. But Yama just ignored these occurrences. But it wasn't until Yama was woken up in the middle of the night by a weeping voice that he would realize he wasn't alone.